Hello guys, this is Mr. Coco. Welcome to my channel. So today we would like to deal with something that people struggle with sometimes. That is specimen collection. Now under specimen collection, there are bottles that you need to use. So before we go into the details, what you should do is click like on the page. You see there's a there at the bottom, like. So click like, and then if you're not a subscriber, please kindly subscribe to support the channel, and that will go a long way. So what we want to do at the moment is what we call specimen collection. Now in terms of specimen collection, we've got containers or what we call specimen bottles. Okay. So under specimen bottles, we'll do one by one. So we'll start with this kind of a container. So this kind of a container, we say is a collection swab. So this is a collection swab and it comes in a pack. So as you can see, this has got something which looks like jelly there. So that jelly is a transport media. And then when you open it, you try to see that is something like cotton wool. So this is the a specimen container which you are supposed to go. Maybe you've been assigned to give or to collect throat swab, or perhaps you can do what we call wound swab. If you want to do a wound swab, maybe there is pus, you can use this kind of a container for specimen bottle. So you can try and swab, then place it back into the transport media and take to the lab. Or there are some which look like this where you go and do a throat swab. But then for a throat swab, some might not have the transport media. But most of them come with the transport media so that the sample or the specimen you have collected is not spoiled. So this is one of them. So you can do for a pus or maybe throat or maybe nasal swab. Sometimes you can even do high vaginal swab. So it works in different manners. So you can find that the collection swabs come also in different ways. Okay, so you can also do high vaginal swabbing with this. Okay, so there's a variety of tests that you can conduct. Okay, so we've done this one. Let's go to another one. There's this here. This is written urine container. So they might also write to say sterile urine container because they want you to maintain at least sterility. They want you not to contaminate the urine which is there. So urine can be collected as a specimen. Then you take it to the laboratory so that they do urinalysis or microscopic culture and sensitivity. So someone can order, maybe say, okay, go and collect urine for microscopic culture and sensitivity, or maybe just urinalysis. You can use this kind of a container. So it's very important that you know the type of a container you're going to use. Then sometimes you'd find that this same container might come with a scoop. When you open here, it might have a scoop. So that scoop, it indicates that you can also use it for stool. In case you want to collect stool sample, you can use it to scoop. It comes more like a spoon. So you can collect a stool and take to the lab for examination. Okay, so you can use this for your analysis. If it comes with maybe say a scoop, you can use it for stool. Then stool can be examined as well for microscopy, and some just check the worms and all that. So the lab will tell you the results if you take stool there. You want to use a microscope to check what's in that stool. Okay, so you can use it. Then we get to this bottle here. So this bottle, as you can see, it's got a red top. So this red top bottle, it indicates that this kind of a specimen that you can collect here should be plain, or maybe not really like there's a coagulant or something, say anticoagulant or any kind of a chemical which is like that. So it's a plain container, meaning that it doesn't contain coagulants or anticoagulants. So this is just a plain container. So what's contained here is what we call serum. So it's a serum bottle, meaning that you're supposed to conduct what we call serological tests. And under serological tests, you discover that that's how we find HIV. So if you want to collect blood, maybe to do HIV, you can use this one. And the other viral infections, you can also use it. Then if you want to examine maybe fungal infections of the blood, you can also collect in this bottle. So you can collect blood in this bottle. Some laboratories specify to say that you can collect up to 4 mils, and some put this marker here to say make it up to that marker there. So some would specify say 4 mils, and then some would specify up to that label there, then meaning that's how much blood you should get. Some might say collect 2 mils, okay? So in children, some would say collect 2 mils, that would be enough to examine. Or some would say 3 mils, but some lab or hospitals will specify what they want. Especially that marker there, that's what we follow. Then if you check out the serum, what happens is that when you put blood in here, you can just tilt it, okay? Okay, just like that. You tilt it so that at least blood can mix. That's what we do in most cases. So just get used to doing that. You mix the blood, okay? In case there's a chemical, just get used to mixing. Then since it's serum, what happens in the end is that blood will clot because we just want what we know as serum here. So when you observe that once you put blood here, it will clot, and then what will remain this side will be serum. And that's what the lab is interested in to examine. They want to examine serum. That's what they do, HIV, maybe even other virological tests, as well as maybe fungal infections of the blood and all that. That's what you're going to use, okay? Then let's go to another specimen container. So this container here, as you can see, some would say it's a lithium heparin container, or some would say a green top container. So since it's green, and then here it gives you what it contains. Here it contains lithium heparin. Lithium heparin is an anticoagulant. So meaning as you put blood here, blood will not clot. So since blood will not clot, what will happen is that when you put maybe up to this marker here, what you're going to find is that only the cells will settle down there, but blood will not clot, but cells will settle. And then red blood cells are the most, I can say, heavy cells that you're going to discover. So red blood cells will settle there. Then even white blood cells and platelets will settle. Even the plasma will show this side, but there will be no clotting because of lithium heparin. So then once you see that, so that you take it to the lab, once you see that, don't say, okay, maybe there's something wrong because you had to turn this and that. Then there's blood which has been separated from plasma. Maybe the cells have settled, plasma is there. So then what do you do with this kind of a bottle? You're going to collect from this bottle what we call chemistry. Okay, so under chemistry, that's where we find, say, liver function tests. So liver function tests are conducted using this bottle. Or maybe say renal function tests. Those are chemistries. So you're going to find that you collect using this bottle. So sometimes when you say liver function tests, meaning you're going to look at all the enzymes that are contained in that, maybe in the liver, and then those are the ones that they analyze using this bottle because it's under chemistry. So when they say liver function tests or renal function tests, please just get this bottle, at least it will help out because we need this bottle for that kind of examination. So it's very straightforward and simple. At least you have to really know what hospitals need for you to collect blood. Okay, but the principle is that after you put blood here, you're not supposed to shake like this, just mix. So once you mix like that, meaning that you're supposed to take to the lab. Then when you go now to the other bottle, which is the paper container. So under paper container, when you look carefully here, it's indicated EDTA. So EDTA-K2, meaning that it contains a chemical which prevents blood from clotting. So this chemical EDTA-K2 prevents it from clotting. So this potassium plus other chemicals here. So you have to find the name, but it's a long, very long name. And then you have to really just know that it's an anticoagulant. So when you put blood here, as you can see, there are even dots there. It shows that there's a chemical. So what you do is, after putting blood maybe up to this level, or say 4 mils, or in children maybe 2 mils, you have to turn this upside down to mix. Meaning while you're mixing, you're ensuring that EDTA, the chemical which is there, mixes, okay, with the blood. So since that is happening, what you're going to discover is that blood will not clot. So in this bottle, blood does not clot. What you're going to discover is that there will be plasma this side, okay, up there will be plasma. Then as you go down this side, the cells will settle. So what you're going to see will be a reddish stuff here, meaning that those are red blood cells, even platelets will be there, white blood cells will be there. So all that will be discovered in this bottle. Then what happens? Meaning that when you take this bottle, the examiner in the lab will have to do what we call full blood count. Full blood count will be done using this bottle because you are going to see that red blood cells will be there, platelets will be there, and even that's the plasma itself will be up there. So they can do a lot of tests. So we can do full blood count here, meaning under full blood count, we want to check maybe say HB or hemoglobin. Some doctors will specify for you to say, okay, collect blood for hemoglobin. So as you collect blood for hemoglobin, which is HB, you should use this bottle. Okay? Then they might say that they want you to collect blood for white blood cell count. So white blood cell count is part of full blood count, so you're supposed to collect using this container. Then what else can be extracted from this? Can be platelets. Platelets, you know that they are cells, so meaning they can also be extracted from here. And then what else? You can also get red blood cell count or red blood cell percentage. So you can get all those from here. So it's a variety of things that you can get from here. So you can say full blood count, meaning under full blood count you discover that there is a HB, okay? Apart from HB, which is hemoglobin, you discover that there is what we call white blood cells. Under white blood cells, there is also maybe say percentage, okay? So white blood cells, red blood cells, HB, platelets, they're under full blood count, they can be collected from here. Then other things that can be done can be sickling test. For sickle cell patients, you can use this bottle as well. So you can do a lot of tests, like a sickling test, you can also use this. So there are some who would like to collect blood for grouping and cross-match. So grouping and cross-match, you also get this. In case you want to know the blood type of this individual, you can use this container. So we have discussed a lot of containers here, or bottles, specimen bottles or containers. So what you need to do is that read more on the internet, or just even discover more in the words, or just look at the hospital policies. Hospital policies might tell you it's okay, in this bottle we collect this and that. So even the hospital policy can direct you on what they want. Then other hospitals might discover that there is a grey bottle. Okay, we say grey container or grey topped. Okay, that grey topped, we call it, it has oxalate in it. Okay, oxalate, fluoride oxalate. So it's grey here, not purple but grey. It's fluoride oxalate. Okay, meaning that what you're supposed to collect in that bottle, in case you found it on the ward, it's maybe say random blood sugar or fasting blood sugar. So mostly it's for testing sugar. So if you suspect this patient is diabetic, you can collect, or you want to just know their glycemic state. So you need to at least get the bottle, which is a fluoride oxalate, which is grey topped. So you need to examine that using that bottle. So there will be a lot of specimen containers that you're going to find as you work in the ward. There's also maybe blood culture containers, which you can use. So there are a lot and there's a variety. So your job or your task as a student or as a nurse is to go out there and really look out for the specimen containers that people use. And then try to read more and understand what the examiner might want to get. For example, you can go to other hospitals where they also collect just ESR on its own. Maybe say erythrocyte segmentation rate. It has a black top. So you might discover that some hospitals do have such a bottle. Some hospitals don't have such a bottle, so they might use one of these. They might direct you use one of the bottles here. Maybe say the paper top. Okay? They might tell you use that paper top container. Okay, so they might say what they want you to do. So try to read as much as you can and try to really get the interest of trying to discover these things and the use. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and like the video. Thank you and have a blessed day.